Hey guys, I'm Jacqueline.
And I'm Marcella.
And we just finished watching episode 12, season 6 of The 100. And not gonna lie, you guys, we didn't really like this episode too much. Like, this episode was just like, okay, I guess.
I think that for us,
I'm like
there was just a lot, like, too much happening in this episode. Where
it was hard to follow.
It was hard to follow. There was so much going on.
I was so confused.
And it's like, I feel like a lot of the things that were going on were cool, but it was just, like, messy. And I feel like they try to quickly rush through because we have 2 episodes left. And I'm just like, what is happening? Yeah, that's literally what I felt too. Yeah, I feel like that.
And now
all that stuff could have happened in like 2 episodes, and we could have stretched it out and had it.
Yeah,
as,
I
like,
would
crazy.
say that in this episode we had maybe like 3 or 4 good scenes for me. Like, I really enjoyed the scene with like going through it. I really liked actually the scenes with Abby. I like that she kind of had some closure with Jackson, and I like that she had some closure with Raven, like those 2 relationships. And then Clark, like, I liked that whole scene. Although Abby, again, like, you guys know how we feel about her this season, it's been very hard to like sympathize with her. Even then, like, it just, I don't know, like, I feel like after how she basically like ignored Clark all season and just focused in on Kane.
Yeah,
that
so
it's hard for me to look past
I
that.
really like the scene with Raven though.
Yeah.
I feel like the scene, it was emotional because you think back to how Raven has been like another daughter to her. So like it was a great scene. But yeah, at the same time it's like, I don't really like Abby. She's not a character that I cared about this season at all. So it's like her being gone doesn't really affect me. Like, it's sad for Clark. Like, that was really, really
that's
sad when
sad,
Clark got, because I feel for Clark. And so when Clark saw her and saw that her mom was gone, that was really, really sad because Clark's going through so much and she's like has to deal with like what's going on with Maddie too and like everything else. So that was where it was sad. But yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with that because now I feel like now she's like a host, so she's still like alive, but it's not really her, so I don't know. I feel more for Clark than Abby. Like, that's my thing. Like, I did like the scene though when she does die and her life like flashes before her eyes. Like, you see her with Jake and then you see her with Clark and you see Clark in it. Like, I thought that was sad to see, and I'm really devastated for Clark. And it really makes me even more sad that Clark is holding up a gun to her head in the promo. Yeah. That just, because I feel like that's something that like we struggled with from like episode 2 of this season, like with Clark like was suicidal, and then I felt like we were getting her stronger. Like, I felt like everything happened this season with Clark, and I was hoping that she came out of that. And just the fact that now she's been through so much though. Like,
she's been through everything that's going
on with Maddie, and now her mom is like gone, so
it's a lot.
It's a lot for Clark, and I feel for Clark. And yeah, I know. I want her to be more. I don't think she's not gonna be at peace at the end of the season. That's for sure. No, that's not happening. So I hope next season we have some peace for Clark. But Eliza Taylor is just doing a phenomenal job. Yes. Like, every time, like, there's like a difference. Like, it was different when she was Josephine, and now it's different of her being Clark as Josephine. Like, you could tell like there's an emotion there that wasn't there. That's very Clark, and I think Eliza Taylor just does such a phenomenal job of like bringing that to the surface, where she has like that emotion that Clark is going through, but she's trying to hide it in the shell of Josephine. And I just think it's such a great idea, and I really love that they explored that, even if it was just for a couple episodes. I really enjoy those scenes. And I did like that, like, she had those scenes with her mom and Raven, and you know, like, she kind of like told them like, you know, it's her, and she kind of had a little reunion with her mom, which was nice. And it hurts me so much having her see Maddie going through it. Like, Maddie is just, get that fucking thing out of her head, and that's what makes me so mad. Like, I feel like the storyline wasn't necessary, honestly. Like, did we need to have this Commander storyline going on? Well, because the whole thing is like, now I feel like it's like I feel next episode Raven's gonna have to take care of it, where Shayheda is out of her head.
Yeah, and it's just like, I feel like there's other stuff going on that, like, I get it that Maddie was gonna have to be used anyway because of like her Nightblood, and she would have been in a similar situation. I just feel like this darkness that this poor kid is going through, it's really sad.
Yeah, it is sad.
But Lola's doing a really great job. Like, the makeup that they put on her and the way that she acts, like, It's insane, and she seriously looks like a possessed almost. Like
she does
crazy.
look possessed. Yeah, I really loved the Murphy and Clark scene. I love that when she said like I'm proud of you, Murphy. That's when like it clicked and he realized that it's actually Clark because she didn't call him John.
You see like a tear go down Murphy's face. Like it was like emotional for him too. Like for Clark to say like I'm proud of you. It was like that's like development right there, especially because Murphy this season I think was straddling that line of like being I think
selfish.
Being like the way he was, like reverting back to the old Murphy, and then also like having feelings for like his friends. So I like that Murphy was kind of like, you know, I have to go stay with my friends, like screw all of this, like I'm going with Amori, like we're going. And then I really like that Clark had that, like I like that, like I felt like that was such a fitting needed scene with the two of them. The other scene that I really liked was the Blake scene. Like I like that we had some Blake sibling scenes there. Like I love that we had that one small moment where he was like, told you she'd do it, and it was like Octavia had told him originally that Clark would do it, so it was like a nice like to have a teasing moment with them, like having them kind of revert almost back to like the carefree siblings that they used to be before they even landed. Listen, this is my problem with this show right now, is this episode shows the inconsistent writing. I feel like they need to figure out what the fuck they're doing, because now Bellamy seems to care a lot about Echo. Echo's in trouble. Just Echo? Like everybody's in trouble. Like I don't know. I just felt like
I still felt like the hug though wasn't a big deal. I still felt like it wasn't like, you can't even compare that hug to like Bellamy and Clark's hug and the emotion and like you can't compare that, like their reunion and their hug. Like I feel like they haven't seen each other in so long in the show where like that wasn't even that emotional. Like
it wasn't.
It can't even compare to Bellamy and Clark and the emotion that and the chemistry. That's why it's so ridiculous to me that Bellamy and Echo are a thing, because it just doesn't make any sense to me, and it's inconsistent. It's like it's like the writers are on different pages and they can't come together and make a fucking decision, and it makes me so angry. And it's like I don't know if they meant for Clark to look at Bellamy like that. That's what bothers me so I don't know if that was just me, like seeing her looking at him like that when he's hugging Echo, or if that was just like Clark being worried about everything going on. I'm not sure what that was, but I don't want to like say it's anything, because then I feel like we're getting baited. So like I don't want to like look into anything like that. But because I feel like if this was like a normal show that doesn't bait the audience, and if this was like a normal show where there actually is kind of like a love triangle, if you could even call it that, but if there was that kind of emotional, I mean, we feel like Bellamy and Clark are at that place basically, like they have gone through so much, and that last scene, that CPR scene, there was no way in hell that any of that shit was platonic. So I don't even want to buy that. Yeah, but at the same time, I honestly I don't know if we're gonna get a big Blark scene in the finale. I don't know, because they're separated. They separated them for the finale, which I'm annoyed about as well. I honestly don't think we're gonna get anything. Like let's separate the two leads for the final episode. I don't know. Like my percentage of Blark happening next season kind of went down a little bit. It did go down a little bit. I kind of just got brought back down to earth with this episode. Yeah. And Clark is looking at Bellamy hugging Echo, and then Bellamy makes eye contact with Clark. We could say that that is different from last season, how we got like a couple shots. We got like 2 scenes of it, I'm pretty sure, of Echo and Bellamy hugging or whatever and having a little moment, and Clark's reaction to it. Yeah. This episode, we could say that we had Bellamy actually noticing that Clark had a reaction to him hugging Echo. I feel like it's so hard to even say that though, because it's like, are they wanting to do that, or are they just doing that because they're messing with us? So like I don't know. I feel like I don't want to like read into anything. I don't want to get my hopes up. And it makes me mad. And that's really where we are at that. I don't even know. We'll talk more about that in our review with I'm sure. But yeah, I just think that this episode was crazy in not a good way. That's the whole thing. Like I feel like they tried too hard almost. Like it was just like all over the place. Like that's all I don't even know what happened. Like I feel like it was just too much going on. It was like gave me a head. Like I didn't even understand what was happening really with Russell and Gabriel. Like I kind of like that Gabriel came in and we had him meet up with Russ. Like I thought that scene was pretty cool, but like just like the structure of it and having Gabriel do something so it was all over the place. Yeah, it just I don't know. I felt like there was too much happening. It wasn't structured properly. Like the editing of it, I don't know. It was rushed. It was I don't know. We'll see what happens next episode.
And don't even get me started. The Bellark of this episode pissed me off because I expected a little bit more, especially like, but again, too much was happening, so we couldn't give them that time.
Well, yeah, we didn't get the good character moment.
Yeah, and now we have Bellamy like stuck in like a building. Like, are you kidding me? That's what we're gonna have him for the finale.
They better get out of there quick, like, because we're not keeping. That's gonna piss me off if all those characters are stuck in that like little, seriously, that little like shed thing. Hut? That little shed thing for the finale.
Like, that makes me mad. Like, that we're not gonna...
I know, like, I need to see Bellamy and Clark working. I need to see them working together in the finale, and I don't know if we're gonna get that. So now I'm kind of, like, disappointed about that. And I hope that we're wrong about that, and that they actually
that we're wrong, and that this episode was just kind of a bump in the road. Because this whole season has been awesome, and that's why this episode really sucks. Like, it sucks to be disappointed.
Yeah, so I just hope that the finale next episode is what we all expect, and that it's kind of like more so like the other episodes and not this episode. So
yes, so please don't send us hate or be mean. This is our opinion.
If you guys loved it, that's fine. Great. Don't try to make us feel bad because we're criticizing certain things in the show. So that's just
like, yeah, again, this is just our opinion. You're welcome to have your own opinion. That's great, but please don't be disrespectful and rude in the comment section because it'll be deleted.
Yes, so let us know what you guys thought down in the comments below, but please be respectful to everybody else. And
we'll go live this week. I'm sure that'll be a great discussion.
Some point, and then you can check out our social media down in the comments below.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.